Today, we saw age as well as ranking didn't matter. The way Sora took over world number one Wang Chuqin, and can Miwa Harimoto win this critical match? This is going to be a game changer match for both of the teams. Love the way Miwa Harimoto comes down respectfully with so much of humility.
Yes, today we've got a big contingent right behind the table, and you can see, in fact, even her brother Tomokazu is sitting right here, watching his sister trying to take on the world number one.
With that first point, Miwa Harimoto well defended the attack of Sun Yin Shah.
And for this big occasion, Sachin, turn back a little bit. Or maybe I'll turn back, and you can see young children turning up. We've got fans from China, and the stands are filling up as well. This is really heartening to see, as they've come to see some quality table tennis, and it's the world number one who has gotten off the mark here in this big encounter against Miwa Harimoto. And it is truly indeed a blessing for all of us that we've got to witness the stars of the table tennis world here at the Kalinga Stadium.
Miwa Harimoto with that spinny backhand opening her attack over Sun Yin Shah.
Well, she went for the backhand, and that created that opportunity for Miwa. Sachin, you have always admired those kind of flicks with the backhand. How do you look at this one?
This is a pretty usual stroke for them. That's how they kind of maintain their dominance, whether it is long or short.
Now, having spent 5 days with you in the commentary box, I can look at your face and know when you've got a point to say in terms of your appreciation, maybe a little bit of disappointment when someone concedes a point. But yes, I saw that smile on your face when she managed to get that backhand across. An early lead now though, 4-1. Oh, thunderous. That's how I'm going to describe that shot.
Yes, that was quite a gym work there. Usage of leg, she turned around, and Sun is known for her power attacks.
That is where that gym work comes into play, right? Because you have trained all your muscles, you can get into any position, be flexible as well. And let's serve.
Oh, that was quite an attack there. Such a agility by Miwa Harimoto. Fast, relentless and precise. Putting Sun Yin Shah under pressure.
And look, the chants from the Chinese fans have gotten louder, and that is because if you actually see that Sun Yingxia is trailing at the moment, now eats into that lead, and that is where a true fan really comes into the equation. A true fan supports the athlete or the team whenever they are struggling as well. And that is when they require the most support.
Certainly, a fan support is very much required. It's not just for boosting the morale, but also to set up the culture of the country. Fans play such an important role there.
And I've really liked one more thing, is that the Japanese men have been knocked out, of course, of this competition, but they are right here supporting the women's team. That is truly, truly commendable.
Certainly, they are supporting their teammates, colleagues. Harimoto supporting his sister there, and most importantly, their nation.
I'm just trying to look around if I can see Harimoto Senior somewhere. He'll definitely be around, but I have not yet managed to spot him. She gets that point. But you can almost be mistaken that those chants are from the Japanese fans. No, they are from the Chinese fans, because whenever their athlete loses a point, that's when they are loudest. And Sachin, as you pointed it out, it's really intrigued us.
Miwa Harimoto was completely trying to dominate the rally. She knows that Sun Yan-Sha has come back in form, getting her rhythm with a power backhand and forehand, and you could see lead getting closer and closer.
Yes, lead is getting closer, of course.
When in doubt, Sun Yan-Sha relies on a power backhand there. Fast control in the body.
And it's now level at 6-all. Remember, Miwa had taken a very good lead there.
The second half of the game is the test of power, patience, and now you would see a lot of mind game here. But that backhand got a bit of a height. Sun Yan-Sha wasted no time in just killing that ball.
Well, looking at Sun Yan-Sha's profile, it's like I'd like to just go and ask her, what is it that you haven't won in the world of table tennis? It's only the Olympic gold. Now that's gone out. She moves ahead now. It's a bit of a comfortable lead now at 8-6 at this juncture. So she's actually been the silver medalist twice on the bounce. That's 2020 and 2024. So I believe that's the only thing that she's not won. And definitely she would have set her sights on that.
Oh, bit of a tough luck. Fortune cookie favored Miwa Harimoto.
But looking at the way this match has transpired, what are your early readings? Who's got the upper hand? Who's dominating? Or it's a little too early to say, you think? At least in terms of quality.
Looking at the trend right now, Sun Yan-Sha
Okay.
seems to be getting the rhythm.
Okay. That's interesting, because the scorecard will still indicate that Miwa is a little close. But we've got to look beyond the scorecard, right?
A rally full of aggression from both the players. Miwa Harimoto was absolutely in place to defend that point. 11 count rally, super stats on the screen.
Yes, that rally was 11 shots long and it was full of power. It was so quick, and we've really got to talk to our engineers and technicians here. They've built some fantastic systems with that AI, capturing the natural brilliance of all these table tennis players.
Sun Yan-Sha missed out. Backhand, it was loaded with so much of backspin there.
Now, serving. These are two critical serves for her. If she can somehow inch ahead, no, she would not. Now it's going to be game point for the world number one.
Sun Yan-Sha, 2 game points. She would definitely want to keep the momentum of China team.
Harimoto gets that point, gets closer. Again, Sun Yan-Sha echoes around the stadium as she's gotten closer, although Harimoto is right behind her.
Sun Yan-Sha looks, she's short but very, very powerful.
And the first game has gone to the world number one, up against Miwa Harimoto. She's taken the initiative. It was close, but in terms of quality, one would say that the rhythm belonged to Sun Ying-sha, and Japan are now up against an inspired Chinese unit who have the advantage.
Certainly advantage right now with China when Man Yu has already set the stage for the teammates. Looking at the rhythm, you were talking about the rhythm. Sun Ying-sha has got already a flying start. Now with the first game winning up there, confident. She's far more confident. Now we have Sun Ying-sha winners. 60% long onto the backhand and 40% short. She's constantly using the power of the spin and power of the speed both together, getting those winners. And you could see some bit of one or two here and there on the forehand.
Now this is where I'd like to again reflect on history. Last year's team's final, when Miwa and Sun Ying-sha played each other, the only time Miwa has beaten her. Guess what was the scoreline after the first game?
Well,
11-9, same as this one. 11-9 to Sun Ying-sha. So, Miwa Harimoto, well, she can look back at history and say that I can get a bit of inspiration from that and possibly try and script a similar thing. But on that day, she had also lost the second game and then made a comeback in the last three.
a lead serve call by the umpire. Man Yu opening up with the first point.
Yes, gets that first point. And Wang Man Yu just showing
Miwa Harimoto was on top of the ball, missing out to the rhythm.
my apologies, it was Sun Ying-sha. Well, when we look at the rankings in the world, of course, it's so dominated by the Chinese, and we've got the top 5 from the world, all in the women's team from China. This time, Sun just hits it a little bit out. In the men, of course, it's Wang Man Yu who is the world number 1 there. And you've got Lin Shidong there as well in the top 5. Onto the net there. Now, it's still neck and neck in terms of the score though.
Looking at the way both the players have styled their gameplay, Sun Ying-sha uses a lot more power from both the ends as compared to Harimoto, who is more dominating on the forehand and more spinnier on the backhand. Maybe she could take a lot more tips from her brother, who has got a powerful backhand. She wanted to go a little more deep onto the backhand.
Yeah, her brother sitting right here in front of us, not too far away from the table. But as we've seen, right, it's the men's and women's game, we see such a difference in the styles, obviously. In the men's game, you see a lot more strength and power, and because of that, that converts into pace. In the women's game, also, you will find those pacey rallies, but there is also a greater room for that artistry as well, and more of those spin and chops also coming their way. So it is a variety, and which is why also, you know, when you look at whenever I've seen the Olympics, I've really liked to see the mixed doubles because it combines the best of both worlds.
Oh, Harimoto, really, she knows that this point is a very, very critical point. Still, we are in the first half of the second game, and I got to come back. Sun Ying-sha has already outplayed her confidence with some of the strokes. 3-4, Miwa to serve.
A change in the service by the looks of it, but it hasn't worked.
Oh, it was a long service. Manu, Sun Yin-sha has already practiced at backhand with some initial rallies there. And we can see on the screen backhand short widths. Look at the power, 80% power. That's good enough for her to dominate. And with domination, I would say right now, Miwa Harimoto is not in a mood to get dominated by Sun Yin-sha.
Yes, and they don't want to do what the Japanese men did to them, right? So yesterday, the Chinese men were really challenged by the Japanese, and the torchbearer for the Japanese was her brother, of course, Tomakazu.
Oh, that was
LC's hit
deep
that
in
out.
the forehand. Manu. Sun Yin-sha with that loaded forehand.
Yes, Sun Yin-sha getting that across. And yesterday, we also saw how, Wang Chuqin was beaten, and it showed that these things are possible in the world of table tennis. But now, Japan have got to believe.
Oh, Sun Yin-sha made the complete room for herself to go for that cross court, taking the lead to 7-4.
Sachin, just now as Sun Yin-sha has taken a lead, I'd just like to look at the composition of the two Chinese teams, of course. So in the men, you've got Wang Chuqin, the world number 1, Lin Shidong at 2. Now, obviously, this is the ranking at the end of the 41st week, not after the end of the last week. So there may be a bit of a difference. Now, Sun Yin-sha just moving ahead to 9 points there. Lin Shidong is 2. You've got Liang Jingkun at 7. Zhang Peng at 9. And then you've got Zhu Qihao in the 30s at 34. Now that's quite a difference, because I'll bring in the contrast.
Now with this point, 6 game point, Sun Yin-sha is in control of the game.
Yes, complete control. Otherwise, in the women's, Sun Yin-sha number 1, Wang Manyu number 2, Chen Jingtong 3, Kuai Man 4, and Wang Yidi 5.
Yes, that's again, I guess you want to indicate to the fans that how China dominates, and that's the reason they write textbooks for table tennis. Power rally, outpowered. Sun Yin-sha completely outpowered Harimoto, giving her no room for that forehand shot. And now you could see that Harimoto is 2-love down, and already Japan is 1 point down. China is out there with a revenge. Looks like they're in a set to go for a 3-0.
Don't just assume that right now, because if you look at last time's final, and I'm going to bring that up again, it was 11-9 to Sun Yin-sha at the end of the first game. It was 11-6 to Sun Yin-sha at the end of the second game. Now just looking at the winners that Sun Yin-sha delivered in game number 1 and 2.
Now if you see right now in game number 1, she is playing a lot more onto the backhand to stretch the opponent. But again, not much of a strategy here with game number 2, with a lot more wides there. So Sun Yin-sha, she knows that keeping her in the center is working.
Yeah,
so no point in experimenting. Just do the job, finish the business, go back to your corner.
Yeah, that's right. And the pattern hasn't changed, right? And keeping it simple there. Sun Yin-sha, the world number 1. Now, last year, Miwa Harimoto was love to down against Sun Yin-sha in the final. If things have to change, this is it.
Yes, she's trying to bring change with reverse pendulum, but not. Oh, Miwa had perfectly set up the stage. She tried once or twice before. First, it was hit by a ripping backhand from Sunny and Shah. This time missing out on the forehand. Good setup though. Good change of game here. Now it's all mind game. Miwa has to play.
Misses that. An early lead for Sun Ying Shah. And I was just looking at the table right in front of us instead of the screen, and I could literally see the ball. It was hit so hard, I felt that it's going to travel all the way and come towards us here.
Oh, it was a long service.
And compared to one another, of course, Miwa Harimoto, only 17 years old, but is vastly experienced, 433 matches. Sun Ying Shah, 7 years older, but has played about the same number of matches, 472. So, as we said, age is the number that you can keep aside, but look at the experience. So, someone like the Harimoto siblings, at a young age, they've accrued so much experience, and that too against the top players.
Now it's a beautiful flick by Harimoto. 3 points in a row there.
Is there any indication of a change in strategy from Harimoto? Do you notice something different?
Apart from a couple of, yes, she is bringing a lot more numerous services, and in between she's going back to the basic. So she introduced the new change, get couple of points, and again go back to the basic game. That seems to be the strategy by her in game number 3, and she's stopping somehow Sunny and Shah to go for that aggressive backhand in the forehand.
And as you had mentioned, and we had seen the graphic as well, where she was attacking the backhand. This time though, not able to land that forehand. She tried to go towards it and tried to lob it over the net. Not exactly lob it, but ensure that it goes over.
That's pressure in the center of the table. Oh, this time looked like Sunny and Shah has deliberately given that floated ball to her, and she was ready with the power forehand. Well blocked by Moto. Come back, winning the point, taking the lead to 5-3.
Yes, that was a good oh, she had set the pace on that one, but then ultimately Sun Ying Shah, with that return, it just climbed on Harimoto more than she expected actually.
Yes, this is what makes Sunny and Shah more dangerous. Such a hard backhand she has. Oh, well defended by Sunny and Shah. Miwa Harimoto knew that she's standing there onto the forehand. She quickly covered the backhand, giving no room.
It's 5-all, and you can just sense that perhaps this is the juncture where Harimoto has to give it her all. Oh, but it's not just happening. Sun Ying Shah was under pressure early, but she's managed to hit back, and now she has gotten that lead.
I would love to tell the viewers and the fans that Sunny and Shah's backhand is often compared to Olympic gold medalist Fan Xin Dong in terms of the consistency and the approach she takes. The only difference, what I could see from a difference, is Sunny and Shah is typically go for a very, very heavy speed, punchy backhand, but Fan Xin Dong on the other side creates first very, very spinny backhand. That loop he creates, and then he can do anything. He can go for that another aggressive down the line backhand or converts it into a forehand. It depends upon the position as well as the mood with which he wants to dominate the opponent mind, not just table.
Yes, Fan Zhendong obviously won the hearts of table tennis fans all over the globe and was always seen as that successor to Ma Long. And when Ma Long won the Olympic gold medal back in 2020 Olympics, which was obviously held in 2021, but obviously later on in 2024, Fan Zedong really emulated Ma Long and won that in Paris as well. But Ma Long, the only man to win two Olympic gold medals and a true great. Now this is interesting. Miwa just looked back at the Japanese contingent. They all clapped in unison. She made a bit of a bow. It's almost as if, yes, this is the moment for you to turn things around. And if she's going to play like that, this time with that backhand, she will definitely manage to get something out. It is now 6 apiece. Well, a lot of her over the table, there have been forehand flicks right from her by Miwa, but this time it was off the backhand.
She's clearly demonstrating her backhand as well.
Oh, this time again tries to go for that backhand, but it's onto the net. The previous point, she had placed it elsewhere and managed to get that point.
She was a bit out of position for that long ball.
Yeah, what would have been the ideal position?
Right now, looking at the position, Harimoto was in the position of about to lose the ball, lose the point. But there were a couple of times ball touched the net. Well defended though. You could see in the pressure situation, looks like a lot of simulation practice have already been gone in to defend that score, even though the ball touched the net twice.
Yes, when we arrived here at the stadium, we could see that both teams were practicing in the warm-up area. Some of them also came here to have a feel of this one. But at the moment, she's got to really channelize everything she's done in practice and bring it out here. Interestingly, Miwa Harimoto is the only one from the Japanese team who played the final last year who's playing here. And maybe the world number one just taking control now.
Yes, a lot of feeding is done. She just narrated the story that I have already fed enough and more in this particular game. Now I'm going to take back the control. If this point is taken by Sun Yan-Sha, then she has taken with that ripping banana flick there. Now look at these 3 match points for Sun Yan-Sha.
3 match points, and the world number one is possibly preventing an encore of last year's championship.
Sun is shining there, definitely on the table as well as in the Chinese corner. Sun Yan-Sha has taken up the second game against Miwa Harimoto 3-0. Such easy, such a delight. There was absolutely no coming back from her, even though both has equal amount of experience.
Yeah, it wasn't to be there for Miwa Harimoto, and now all eyes will be on that third match. Japan would be hoping that there is a possibility of possibly